welcome to Sweet Eye here. Today I'm gonna show you my weird and wonderful collection from my garden and how I look after them. If you've been watching my video, then you would know that I recently purchased a few succulents that's already on this clip. But we'll start from the beginning here. And this is such a cute little succulent. It's actually really early morning, so I got morning sun here, so I'm so sorry if it's glary. This is in a drummiscus. It's called coffee beans. There you go. Isn't it beautiful? Just letting you know that all my succulents are in my succulent soil mix. I will put a link to my video down below for you. And I water all my plant once a week, all the same time. So you would water less in winter. I had to think about that one. Need my coffee. Need my coffee. Here's my little coffee. Isn't it cute? This one's got the afternoon sun. So late afternoon sun from about 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. And because I've got the sun, it's got this beautiful little speckle. So it's a little bit gray, a little bit purple, and if it's in the shade, it's a little bit green. Not sure you can see that little green. Isn't it gorgeous? Look at the little love. It is so cute. Because it's in quite a dry pot, so it stays quite dry. But when it gets water, it gets fully wet. I love the little speckle. Love a drummiscus. I like the way that it grows. It grows in little clumps. That's what I like. I haven't had this one for long. I only just bought it this year. It's in January. I bought it from Facebook seller. I don't know if she's still selling. She just randomly sells stuff on Facebook. So pretty. Okay, let's put this down and we'll talk about our next one. Next one here. I'm new to this one. This is a type of succulent and it's called, there you go, Avonia ruchii. Okay. So I think the Avonia is from the Latin word Avernus or something, which means old man. I think I looked into this a while back. Don't really quite remember, but it has this beautiful little scale. See if I can focus on the scale. There you go. See the little scale on them, and they're like little white hair on them. So cute, and has this beautiful little white flower. From what I have looked online, but I just like the look of them. They're like little snake. So they sent it to me via postage, but with the soil, so that made a huge mess with the soil being sticking to the white fur. But eventually that will grow out. I did brush it a little bit with my brush. I have a middle makeup brush. This is my working station, so it's always gonna be messy. Let me see if I can. Have to be gentle like this. It's just a makeup brush, but you can be really gentle because I don't know about this. Look. This one doesn't like full sun, so I treat it like my conophytum. So when you water, because they're furry, you wouldn't want to water it on their fur, so you water around or you water from under. But it's in my succulent soil mix and it's in a very porous soil because they're from, when they grow in the wild, they grow in the rocky area. So they don't like to be too wet compared to a few different succulents where they don't mind. But this one don't like it. They don't like direct sunlight. So I have mine in the shade where it gets very slight morning sun and very slight afternoon sun for maybe an hour. It is so cute. I think there's the top. Trying to focus on it. That's just the top of it. It looks like a spent flower, but because I'm new to this, I'm not so sure, so I leave it. But isn't it cute? Love it. They look like a little sea serpent. Here's my other one. I bought this from local nursery. Okay, this one is not frost hardy, and it doesn't mind the sun, but it doesn't like a lot of direct sun. So morning sun is good for this. And all my succulent gets watered the same. Once a week, all year round, except for winter. So in summer, it just depends. Yeah, if your plant is heavy, it's full of water, you don't want to water it. In spring and autumn, I might water maybe once a fortnight, but in summer I water it once a week. This one is called Stepilianthus Derengii, I think, believe. Let me see. Decarii, sorry. So it's got beautiful, it's one of the plants that have a death smell on their flower. But they got beautiful starfish flower. It's gorgeous. I just love the way the leaf is grown. Like the way the stem is grown. Actually, there's no leaf on this one. Just like the way they're grown. Look at the little marking. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh. So you gotta be careful with this one. Probably need to be very, very protected during winter. But they're so beautiful. Look at that. I love. There you go. I love the marking. Isn't it gorgeous? This one, the smell is mild, so it's not too bad. Some smells really, really strongly. I'm just gonna put that down gently, and we'll talk about this one. This one is so cute. This is a euphorbia. Okay, let's see if we can get the name out. Okay, Euphorbia decarii. So I guess that's another death plant looking. I guess it looks dead. So you have in the sun, it gets this brown leaf. There you go. This one's get morning sun up to about midday, about 12. And because it's a euphorbia, it is not frost hardy. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. I love the leaf. Like, it just, so you can see it. I love the shape, the way it's grown. Remind me of coral. And it is in my succulent soil. I make it in a very, very poor soil. And it's doing really well so far. But then again, I haven't had it for long. And I treat it like all my other succulent. I got cobwebs in my hand. Let's see how long I have it. I don't think it's that long. Okay, it's from February. For about 2 months I have it. I got this from my local nursery. I just randomly find things. I just love it. It's got spider webs. Them. Love the color. I really like the shape. They're like crinkly, curly leaves. So gorgeous. So just be extra careful with these during winter as well, because they will melt. They're not frost hardy. They will die. But if you look after it, they show you how beautiful they are. Look at it. Next one, what do I have next one? I think this is also classified as weird because oh, what's happening to this leaf? It's just growing weird. This is a snakio, I believe. It's sometimes known as cocoon plant because it looks like it's covered in cocoon. It is soft, and velvety. Yeah. Cocoon plant. It's called Snakio Haworthii cocoon plant. Got this from my local sellers. And I just like the way they grow. Look at that. It's so cute. This one gets the morning sun. And it gets up to about midday sun. And I water it once a week. Because they have fur in their leaves, I water it down here. Or you can do bottom watering. They are so cute. They're green underneath, but they got this beautiful little soft fur, very soft and velvety on top. Isn't that cute? Oh, nice for the bird. It's so sweet to touch, and they don't have farina, so when you touch it, it's okay. It doesn't come up. It looks like farina though. So you can see the detail. I need a bit of cleaning. My dog, he wants to go inside, but then he goes inside and he gets upset at me because I'm not coming inside with him. So please excuse me. I don't know what's going on here. He refused to come out. Okay, stick to the leaf. I will clean that in a bit. But isn't that cute? I love this. Oh, gorgeous. So this one is a bit more common than a few of the stuff I have. Next, here is Snakey, also known as Snakio candle plant. But let's find out the actual name. I don't remember the actual name. Okay, articulated is variegata. I'll put the name on the screen for you. I love this. This I was sourcing out. This one I bought online. It was really hard to source out. It's a bit more common than a few of the variegated plant, but at the same time, like a lot of variegated plant is really hard to get a hold of. I first fell in love with this before I even see what the actual I've never actually seen the candle plant before, but the first one I saw was the variegated version, so I fell in love. And they are so easy to grow. Okay, so they're growing through roots. They come out like little shoots, like bamboos, and you can just break this little bit off to propagate, and then just stick it in the ground and they grow roots. They take a few longer because they are variegated plants, but this one I give them morning sun or afternoon sun, light afternoon sun, like in the after about 3 p.m. because they are variegated and they were more easily burned in the sun. So this one is actually albino. It's actually a root that came up. I took it cutting off and gave it to a friend, and all I had was this, and the next piece that grew was this piece, and this it just recently grew about beginning of this year. So it grows really fast once they come through. Okay, this one is a slow growing because it's albino. Isn't that cute? I love the leaves. So sometimes they lose their leaf in summer when it gets too hot, but that's okay. So as long as the stem is healthy, you leave it and it'll grow. You're growing new plant. Look at look at this leaf. Look at that. I water mine, this one so once a week, and this one I watered normal. So the leaf gets wet, it doesn't bother me. They're okay. Then I have this one here. This one is called the Shiria Dragon Jade. I love my jade. If you watch my YouTube channel, you know I started my collection with jade. Succulent collection with jade. So I'm also new to the Shiria, but I really like jade. So I'm like, oh, it's called jade. I'm gonna get one. And I like the way they grow. I like the climbing plants. Look at this. I think this is flower. Yeah, I think it just finished flying. So I keep this one quite dry because I don't like them to get too wet. Because if you don't water it enough, it does get wrinkly, but you can always add water. If you water it too much, you can't take away the water. So I just watch the plant itself, and I'm happy to give it a bit more water when it needs it. And then my burrito's tail is growing in there. Isn't it cute? I love the way the like little love heart is growing through. Not sure if you can see it. That's a little love heart, like little leaf love heart, but they grow together. They are so cute. This one doesn't like the sun as much. From my personal experience, it likes to be in part shade. So this one gets like morning sun. So it's the same condition as these. And where's the other one? The other one over here. It gets same condition as those, where it gets a bit of morning sun and an afternoon sun for about an hour. It's in my normal succulent soil mix. I haven't had problem with my soil mix yet. So I find that whether it's a diva plant or not, I don't have a problem. So once I discover a problem, I can fix it. I can create it with another soil mix. But so far I haven't had any issue, and my plant grows really well in my soil mix. Isn't it beautiful? Okay, so you just see if they need more water, you give it more water. I usually put in pots depending. So this is very porous pot. It's a very dry pot. So if it's in a glazed pot, it doesn't dry out as much. Like this one. Okay. Put this one aside. Here's my most favorite one so far. I do have a mother plant. I have a lot of this. This is called it's another Euphorbia family. So you gotta be extremely careful because the sap can make you go blind, or I can't even pronounce it. It's very dangerous for pet and children and humans. So you can get skin irritation from break here. See if I can break it, and you can see it's Euphorbia. So it will bleed sap. Did it bleed? Oh, it's so small. Here, look. Yeah, maybe I break it a bit more. There. You see that sap? That can cause skin irritation. That if you put that in your eyes, you could go blind. So you just gotta be careful. My children, don't touch them. Like, you just teach your children not to. Teach your pet not to. My pet don't even go near it, except to pee on it. I pee on my pot plant, which is very naughty of them. But besides, I don't have problem. And they got this beautiful little cute flower. See if you can see it. There you go. So this one are growing in part shade, so they only get half day sun. This one is frost hardy for me. It's frost hardy, sun hardy, water hardy. I give it as much water and it's fine. And if you put in the sun, it goes red. Here's the head, and it grows out, and it's so gorgeous. Because this one is growing in the shade, it's really green. When you have it in the sun, it's quite red. Very beautiful. The mother plant right now is growing like a weed. I need to cut it again. This is actually a propagate. There you go. I'm propagating it. I actually have quite a lot of it because I had to cut a whole heap last year. Isn't it beautiful? I love it. I love the way it's grown. It's called, I forgot to mention the name, didn't I? It's called Euphorbia flanganei. Can't pronounce it. It's also known as Medusa's head because they grow like snake, I guess. There you go. Isn't it cute? I love the way they grow. Also, they got cute flower. There you go. And my last one here, I'm also new to this one. It's been classified as I don't know if it's a succulent actually. I just like the look of it, and they look like succulent to me. Look at this beautiful little green leaf, and it looks like a climbing one. It's got a little bump through his body. And the flower is quite remind me of string of heart, the way flower is. This one gets morning sun. Just till to about 12. See if I can get the name. There you go. Okay, so Ceropegia simone. Probably pronouncing it wrong. So sorry for those people who know what this plant is. So you can grow this indoors, long get bright light. So this one get lots of bright light, gets morning sun, but it actually gets partly morning sun. because it sits next to a shelf for me, so it gets some of the morning sun. Doesn't get all the morning sun, but it's there to 12, so it gets but it's in a very brightly lit area. Isn't it pretty? Look at the leaf. I just like the cute little leaf. It's like it's waving at me. Hello. So this one I also is in my succulent soil mix, but because it gets part shade, it retains a bit more water as well, and it's in a glazed pot, so it retains a lot of water compared to very porous pot like this one. So this one very porous, the water just evaporates really and drains really well. It's got a big hole in the bottom, so it drains really well as well, but the soil stays wet a bit longer. There you go. I also water at the same time. I water all my succulent once a week. Okay, here you go. And also I've taken down my shade cloth, so it's a bit of a mess on my table. I'm redoing a bit of my garden as well, as I usually do. Always working on something. Go. I think you should also start your own little weird and wonderful collection in your garden. Please don't forget and like and subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure you press that little bell button to be notified when a new video has come out. Also, please come say hi at Instagram and Facebook. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video. Happy planting, everyone. Bye bye.